quest to discover the truth and potential of direct selling.
Welcome to the Mdda inaugural series of Straight Talk. We'll have lined up a very interesting and informative series of talks for all of you, which are both educational, informative, in keeping abreast with the latest happenings in the network marketing industry, or more commonly called the direct selling industry. You see, there are many people who are ignorant or even naive about the illegal pyramid scheme or a multi-level marketing scheme or multi-level scam versus the illegal and well-respected direct selling business or network marketing business. Therefore, it is our intention that with these Straight Talk shows, we can help the general public to distinguish between the differences between a legal company and the illegal operations. So ladies and gentlemen, in case you wanted to know more about the subject matter on the industry, please feel free to ask us questions via Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and we shall try our best to answer the questions. I wish to qualify here that this program is not to solicit you to participate in any company, to buy any products, or to strictly to share the truth about the industry, all right, the potential and the truth about the industry, which has been very, very misunderstood so far. And I'm sure that if you are watching, you will know somebody who rejected this industry or who doesn't like to do this industry versus those who are doing this industry. Today, we're sharing with you the truth about the industry. We have series that we talk about advantages and disadvantages and illegal scams and things like this. And quoting a line from Mr. Bob Proctor, if you don't understand it, please do not reject it. Now, we are honored here today to have four very well-respected captains of the industry who will share with us their wisdom. And firstly, let me introduce you Datin Sylvia Koh, who is currently the president of the Malaysian Direct Distribution Association and also the co-founder and vice president of NMAXM International. Welcome, Datin. Next, we have Dato Sri Dr. Barani, the deputy president of Mdda, and who is also the CEO of Destina One International, Sendian Berhad, who also owns this Destina One studio that make the Straight Talk series possible today. And of course, we have also with us Encik Rosidi Iza,
Assalamualaikum,
the immediate past president of Mdda and also the managing director of Gamat Emas Sendian Berhad, which is also another direct selling company. And finally, of course, let us welcome our special invited guest, Encik Zulkifli Yaakob, who is a Principal Assistant Director from the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, who is in charge of all the AGL license besides the franchising department as well. But anyway, welcome, Encik Zulkifli.
Thank you, Mr.
And by the way, I'm your host. My name is Winston Wong. Now, before we zoom into the program proper, for starters, we have a very special congratulatory message from the Secretary General of the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Haji Hasnul Zamzam bin Haji Ahmad, for his opening congratulatory message. Now, Dato Sri KSU is a very important person in this industry. He is actually the person who signs the Akta Jualan Langsung, the direct sales license, where people apply for. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what our Dato Sri KSU have to say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and salam sejahtera. Greetings to everyone, our host Mr. Winston Wong, and honorable panelists, viewers and participants, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, thank you to Malaysian Direct Distribution Association (Mdda) for inviting me to participate in this Mdda Straight Talk series that I find very educational, informative, as well as meaningful. I'd like to congratulate Mdda for successfully bringing this Straight Talk series into reality and helping to set another milestone in bringing the industry to another level of professionalism. This also goes to show how Mdda adapt to the new norms in providing services to their members and direct selling communities. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very impressed with the initiative that the whole Straight Talk committee of Mdda, headed by its president, Datin Sylvia Koh, for thinking through the subject matters that not only help the practitioners or distributors of the direct selling industry, but more importantly the general public, for them to have a better understanding of the direct selling industry. To all the viewers and participants of this program, do follow the series closely and take the opportunity to learn from all the sharing of the invited guests who are all captains of the industry with years of experience and knowledge on direct selling. I am pleased to note that my officers will be participating in some of the series as well. It is time for you to differentiate between the facts and opinions in regards to direct selling. With better knowledge of this industry, we will be able to be more wiser and able to steer away from involving in any get-rich-quick scheme or scheme cepat kaya, nor any illegal pyramid schemes, also called as money games. The Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs is here to fully support the direct selling industry as the engine of growth and as an important component in shaping the Malaysian economy into the next decade. For instance, the total sales of Malaysian direct selling industry in 2019 has reached more than its RM17 billion target for that year. In this achievement, placed Malaysia direct selling industry to rank 7th in the world in terms of sales generated, 4th in the Asia Pacific region, as reported by the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations, WFDSA, in their Global Direct Selling 2019 Retail Sales Report. This is something that we can be proud of, and I hope this success will drive the industry further towards achieving greater success in the future. The Ministry have adopted a more business-friendly environment towards the industry, such as expediting new licensing approvals and simplify the process for approval requests from companies to do promotions. We are also moving into self-regulation of the industry, among others as part of our blueprint. We are working very closely with Mdda on such matters and pleased to be assured that MDTCA will support the industry in whatever manner possible for the betterment of the industry as a whole. I sincerely hope my message will help bring to light some of the areas that this Mdda Straight Talk will cover, and once again, my best wishes and thanks to all the technical crew who are working hard to making this program a success. Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you very much, Dato Sri KSU. That was a very encouraging and enlightening address. I'm sure Mdda will be working even harder to ensure that the vision of the industry can be realized and the direct selling industry will soar to greater heights under your good officer. All right, now coming back to our guest today. First question to you, Datin Sylvia. You have been running for several terms as the Mdda president. What were the challenges you faced, and when you took over office as the president for the first time, you have seen, the industry have evolved over the years. How has it been over all these years?
First of all, I want to qualify, I don't think I'm a captain of an industry, okay? When we started, my husband and I, we had a franchise from France, and we looked at how to market it, and direct selling was a method that came to mind because of the ease of, there's not much startup capital. and therefore we ventured into this. And through the years, we have changed as it is the products from product-based to a service-based, which is a healthcare program membership. And as it is, also the products, as you see now, it has become also more service orientated products like e-tuition, holidays. So I must commend the ministry for being very open-minded about all these products and allowing the companies to be able to sell through direct selling. I must say the direct selling journey has not been always up. It's been up, it's been down, it's been up and down. But at this point in time, I can say there is no regrets about going into direct selling. To see the distributors getting extra income, to see the customers being satisfied with the service that they are getting, that gives a lot of satisfaction. And I must say that, but towards this, this journey, I'm saddened by the fact that the direct selling was smeared with a lot of negative perceptions. That is the investment scams, the get-rich-quick scheme. And I looked to see how we can rectify this image, and therefore this MDDA Straight Talk just came on. And I'm very honored and very blessed to have my EXCO committee, Datuk Sri Barani, Mr. Winston, Encik Rosidi, and my whole other EXCO members supporting me. This would not have happened just by me alone. Without Datuk Sri's studio, without your participation, nothing would have come. And this also is made useful because now we can broadcast using minimal amount of capital. At one time when we thought of education, we thought about writing in newspapers, and that cost a lot of money. And now with digitalization, we are able to broadcast our message. Okay, and I must say that I'm very blessed that I have all these people. Although I'm just a woman president, I'm very blessed to have so many people who are so experienced than me supporting me. Okay, so that's my thanks. I also want to thank the Ministry of Domestic Trade. Okay, through my years, I've been in this industry for more than 20 years. From the beginning, where the ministry was regulatory, where we had to really wait for the officers to come out to approach them. Now the ministry has become more business friendly. We even have Encik Zol's number sometimes, right? But the ministry and the Department of Direct Selling has been very business friendly, has been very helpful. Yeah. I must commend Encik Zulkifli and Puan Shafawani and the rest of the direct selling staff during the COVID period, where it was difficult to run a business. They worked very hard to get approvals for direct selling companies so that we are able to operate online and have minimal people in the office to handle the sending of merchandise. To this, I must say thank you to the Ministry of Domestic Trade for helping us facilitate this. And I think I will pass it back to you now.
Thank you very much, Datin. I'm sure for those who are listening in, it's very encouraging as well, even to entrepreneurs who are looking at options of what to do in your business, if direct selling is for you or not. I hope that this program will enlighten you a fair bit and see whether you are able to tap on the platform of direct selling as part of your business model as well. Now, turning to Encik Rosidi, you are the immediate past president. Have you anything to add besides what Datin have mentioned just now? Any comments?
Thank you, Winston. I have been in the committee, I think, for more than 10 years now. And over the years, I've seen a great improvement in our association and also the role that we play. And I think what is important over here is I think we have got recognition now from the Ministry of Domestic Trade, whereby now it is a requirement for any direct selling company to be a member of the association, because I think we are leading towards self-regulation so that the association will look after the interest, not only the interest, but also make sure that the members doesn't go outside the act, and the ministry can play the role in facilitating. So I think that the role that MDDA has played, I think is telling. And on top of that, I think we also have organized for our members a lot of seminars. We have brought in the speakers from the ministry, KPD and KK, Ministry of Health, and and we also brought in external people like tax consultant to advise the members on what tax implication and so on. During the introduction of the GST last time, we also organized this kind of thing, and we had also a session the other day when we launched our code of ethic. We had a session where we brought in the PDRM as well as the ministry, and we sort of have a seminar on how to address the sort of the pyramid scheme and the get rich quick things scheme. So I think over the period, MDDA has improved a lot. We have now we have more than 100 members. Winston, you know that?
Yeah, wonderful. Congratulations.
Yes.
And thanks to, I think there's a lot to do with all your work, you know. You have put in immeasurable efforts to make sure that the industry through MDDA works well. You see?
Yes.
And especially Datin Silva, I'm very, very impressed with her commitment, you know, towards helping the industry move further. Even though she says she's not a captain of the industry, but she definitely is a captain, you know, who leads the
She's
industry.
the general or the captain.
She's a general, not a captain. Yeah, very good, very good. Very well said, India City. Now, a question to you, Dr. Sri Bharani. Now, Dr. Sri, you have been involved in a long time in the industry. Now, for some of our entrepreneurs who are watching here today, why do companies choose the MLM model, the business model, I mean, versus the other traditional model in running a business? I'm not saying traditional business is bad, but both are good. But why do MLM stays out, and what do you see the future of the MLM industry?
The reason why companies are choosing MLM business model, because ultimately this MLM business model is another kind of marketing. There's another different type of marketing where it's the most easiest marketing, and I can tell you the best marketing, right? Because very fast. I mean, if you ask me, TV, media and all these things, MLM, direct selling, network marketing system is one of the different type of marketing where it's through mouth word, right? It's like a mouth word advertisement, right? And basically, you know, instead of like example, if you wanted to buy some products or whatever, right, you go to anywhere like pharmacies or whatever, right? Of course, we get some little explanation about the product, but MLM is not like that. You'll get a full thorough explanation about the product, the benefit of the products and all this. And the best thing that why a lot of companies, they're choosing MLM business model, because they can spread the wing very fast, and they can expand the business very, very fast around the world. Yeah. So, if not mistaken, one thing that low costing lah, right?
Taking the cue
Low
from
capital.
Dr. Sri Bharani, thank you, Dr. Sri. Taking the statistics from one of the German Advertising Association, 40% of decision-making process, yeah, for those of you who are watching, I just like to tell you that 40% of the decision-making process of a person deciding to buy a product is because of word of mouth, is a recommendation of people. Therefore, direct selling is, whatever it is still very, very relevant. Now, coming to you, NJ Zulkifli, you have been sitting here, you know, quiet, you know, and let me ask you a question. Just very, very briefly, how is KPD and HEP facing this matter of the illegal pyramid schemes or money games? I know we are having this in our next series. How does it affect the ministry, and how are you reacting to it?
Well, thank you, Winston. When you talk about illegal schemes and whatnot, one thing comes in mind. Why are they illegal? They couldn't go to the normal process. If you are legal, you have the right product, right marketing scheme or not, apply for the license. the process in the ministry is straightforward. We have requirements which has been set by the industry. You see, the government doesn't know everything. We learn from the industry, we coexist with the industry. So what we do at the ministry is to make the playing field very equal for everyone for the industry. So in that matter, if you have you need the license, come over to the ministry, apply for the license, you get your license, there you go. And you'll be protected under the law. We have the Akta Jualan Langsung 1983. So that alone, let me just share, it's 1993, it's quite a long time ago. The ministry right now is in the midst of looking at the act so that we can be at par with the current situation, even go beyond that. So under the stewardship of our KSU, Datuk Sri Hassan Zamzam, and also the minister himself, the element here is to facilitate the industry, not to frustrate. So, Mr.
Thank you, Winston Zulkifli. Now, Datuk Sri, I think these illegal pyramid schemes and money games are very close to your heart, especially when we talk. Can you share a little bit of this, your point of view on this illegal pyramid scheme? Why do people still join these illegal pyramid schemes? You know, what is it that motivates them?
Right. So basically, the reason why people are involving into illegal pyramid scheme like money games and all this, because number one, they want something easy, and they fail to remember one thing: whatever easy come, easy go. Right? Something comes very easy, at the end it will also go very easy. Simple as that, right? So even people are aware. They are aware. Public are aware that I'm into a money game or easy quick risk scheme or whatever, and they know that within 2 years the company is going to shut down and all this. And basically they're telling that it's okay. I will make sure I go in, I make some money. But they fail to realize they're creating a sin, not only for them, but for the entire family. Because they're cheating somebody and they're making other people to involve. And pity, a lot of people are just by closing their eyes and they're simply selling their properties or whatever the money that they have in the fixed deposit or whatever, they're investing in the quick risk scheme because they think that they can quickly become rich.
Okay, taking that cue, we will have another series of talk just on illegal pyramid schemes. Ladies and gentlemen, do follow us and cue the call when we have that. Now, on that illegal pyramid schemes, of course, it is something that people already know, but they're still involved. Now we have a question here from Mr. Kartik from KL. What are the requirements for us to join MDDA? Can any one of you, Datin maybe?
First of all, only direct selling companies can join MDDA, okay? They must have minimum at least 3 months before expiry of their license. So the first thing is they must have a direct selling license from the ministry. Then they can go to our website, which is www.mdda.org.my, and get our phone number and call to get a form. Our secretariat, Ms. Shaslin, will send the form. Fill in the form with all the necessary documents, which is very simple. Send it back, and we have a membership committee that will meet and approve the membership. After that, Ms. Shaslin and another of our EXCO members will visit the company and share what we do and have a look at the company, and that's it. So it's a very simple process, but basically by having an association, we are representing your voice. We are representing the direct selling companies, and it makes it easier to talk to the ministry. A company may not be able to access the ministry sometimes, but as an association, we bring up all these issues and concerns and even participate in their dialogues. Okay.
Thank you, Datin. Now, being chairman of the subcommittee of the new membership myself, I think it is simple, but it is quite tedious because sometimes I personally visit all those new members who applied to be a member of MDDA. We just want to make sure that they are genuine and legitimate companies. They are not some companies that fly by night, they just come in and operate, and because we take responsibility together with the KPDN, HEP, to make sure that the consumers are well protected. First, their prices, and make sure that they have the AJL license numbers, etc., to make sure that they comply. That is part and parcel of the MDDA responsibility. So a lot of people would ask me, why do I want to join MDDA? It's not about what you want to join MDDA, it's the benefits that you can get out of MDDA, and you have a voice to speak for yourself and the whole industry. It is the numbers that count, ladies and gentlemen. It's the numbers that count. Now, moving forward, after being having in this industry for 20 over years myself, I'm a strong advocate of this industry. And before we delve further, let's take a look at why people like Richard Branson, like Robert T. Kiyosaki has to say about this industry. And let us share with you a video that I find myself very, very interesting. I hope it interests you as well. Now let's take a look at this video.
Now it's time to build a business from home.
We are a nation at war with invisible forces.
News concerns over the coronavirus outbreak, and once again they are affecting the stock market.
The situation we are now facing is unprecedented in history.
We have a hope that is actually looking into the vaccine.
Start with breaking news. Wall Street is about to close any minute now. The Dow collapsing.
Just stay at home.
Those special times when countries are in lockdown, air travel is banned and even borders are closed, many people are looking for possibilities to generate an income from home. Does a home business really exist? Can you make a living with a laptop and a phone? And would it be worth it during a crisis like now? Will it still work when the situation is over? Yes, it will. Because it has for more than 100 years. This $200 billion industry is called network marketing.
Beautiful about network marketing is you get all the benefits of being an owner without all the headaches and without the same level of risk. I'm a big fan of network marketing, always have been, and you continue to grow your skill set.
So I'm a tremendous believer in network marketing, and I'm a great believer in entrepreneurs.
The reason Kim and I endorse network marketing is because unemployment keeps going through the roof, wages keep coming down. That's why we endorse it.
They are possibilities. They are opportunities. Are you prepared? What is your plan B?
What a fantastic and motivating video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that something that you saw just now, and to those of you who are viewing this program, again, I encourage you to send in your questions, to Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and we'll try our best to answer those questions that you have. Now, don't regret without sending the questions, okay? And I always encourage, Malaysians are always very, very modest, and they will ask questions after what has happened, you see, instead of getting things happening, And that's why this industry is not just about making money. It's about changing lives, it's about changing personalities, it's learning so much. Therefore, I'm a very strong advocate of this direct selling company coming from a very, very corporate background, okay? And I always see that there's a big difference how we change lives. And I'm sure later on, when I talk to our other guests of this program later, you will see what has happened in their course of building the business in their own companies. Now, Encik Zulkifli, from the government point of view, we have been involved for many years in the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs. Actually, you're a subject matter expert, in fact, in the AGL department. And how do you see the progress of direct selling industry over all these years? I think you have been there for quite a number of years. And how is it relevant to the industry?
Okay, Winston. Let us go back to 1993.
Yeah, maybe it's an engine of growth.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You just imagine, from 1993 until now, we are in 2020, sales income, that alone, now is in the region of 20 billion. Just imagine that. And we foresee it becoming more and more. Why stop here? In terms of evolution of the policy, whatnot, the ministry, even the government, we try to learn from the industry. What does the industry needs? So that's why we have always have engagement with the stakeholders, especially with association. That's why the forging of relationship with association has made what the industry it is right now. And we've got good relationship with the industry. We do what we call a monthly engagement with association. We need to learn what are the new things in the market, what are the products, and what we aim right now is to upgrade or even introduce more local brands.
Right.
Malaysia, as you know, based on certain studies, we are among the top 10 in the world for direct selling.
Right.
So promote Malaysian then. So internationally, I recognize Malaysia as a serious direct selling industry. Place as well. In terms of policy, I said we are always there to make sure that we are still relevant to the industry. Thank you for the tagline. I'm a subject matter expert. You know why? I got people like you who are willing to part knowledge for officers in the ministry to learn about the industry. Once you get to know the industry, only then officers could understand the industry and how to operate the industry and how to make right policies.
Yes.
So policies are made together.
Yes.
Government doesn't think that we know about everything. We learn from the industry. We always have that friendship that we seek all this while to make sure that we can go beyond that.
Yes.
So thank you again, MDDA especially, forging hands with the ministry to expand the industry further.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angel Zulkifli. Now, we have another question from Michael from Kuala Lumpur. I have a business where I give commission to my stockists and agents based on the sales of the product. There is an override element between the upline and downline. Do I need to get a direct sales license? Wow. You know, what constitutes a direct sales and how is the process and how long do I get a license approved? That looks like more for you, Angel Zulkifli.
All right. Okay, as you can know, for Michael, maybe what you can do, Michael, is go to the ministry's website. From there, you can download our directory. We can find officers there. Maybe you can talk to the association because they have our contact details from the ministry. In terms of process, whatnot, prior to this, it took months and months. But under the new of our new Dato' Sri KSU said, time is the essence. Why wait long?
Right.
So what we are targeting is for fast approval. We are targeting right now on a 14 days time period, but it's still on the time trial. But hopefully soon it will materialize. We are still sorting out some technical issues, whatnot. Because you can see, because direct selling, the main element of direct selling is the technical marketing plan.
Yes.
That alone requires some expertise.
That's true.
A simple person, eventually for myself, let me just tell you what happened. Next week it will be my 5th year with the ministry. It took me nearly 3 months just to understand a marketing plan. Because why? I don't have any basic about marketing plan. But direct selling changed my mind.
Right.
You need to learn the marketing plan.
Right.
There's no right or wrong marketing plan, but it must be the company's own. That what makes direct selling unique.
Right.
Each one company has its own marketing unique plan.
Right.
You can have the same, but if you don't have the product,
Yes.
so what do you mean? Right product, right marketing plan, there you go.
Right.
Best marriage in the world.
Right.
Yes.
So in terms of renewal process, like I said, we have done so much. Maybe what I can share is that for renewal process, we have cut the time from months to weeks now. So with KSU, try days now.
Right.
So
that will be a very
my point exactly
big challenge for as a
it is
KPI
challenge,
for
yes,
you. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So like I said, Michael, go to the website, maybe talk to association because they are very close to the ministry.
Right.
Maybe they can advise you or not. Just let me, can I mention this? The ministry, we don't have what we call specific consultants. We do not endorse any consultant.
Right.
Be careful. Talk to association first.
Right.
They should be your first line of contact.
Yeah.
If you're serious about direct selling.
Correct.
Because why? There has been in communication with the ministry. But no doubt you can talk to the ministry. You can come see my team. The ministry is always here to be, because we are here to make sure that we get engaged to the public.
Right.
Consumer affairs, we are doing that call as well.
Right.
You are consumer, you need to ask questions, please come over. We'll be around to assist you.
Right.
Thank you, Angel Zulkifli, because taking your cue, you facilitate instead of frustrate. Yeah. So, I mean, for those of you who have in mind, especially those businessmen, those entrepreneurs, sitting there and watching our program here today, if you think that maybe you would like to look at direct selling, please call our Miss Shaslin. She's always been there in the Mdda Secretariat. She will be able to answer your questions, and she will put you to the correct channels and to the correct people so as not to waste your time. Your time is the essence today. All right. Now, let's move on to Encik Rosidi.
Yes.
Encik Rosidi, moving forward, what are your feelings of this industry in particular during this COVID-19 pandemic situation? How is the industry, coping, impacts the economy, and how has the industry changed the lives of people who are involved in this industry?
Okay, Winston, that's a long question.
Yeah, you can answer it point by point.
Okay, I think first of all, the direct selling industry in Malaysia is a big industry. It contributes a lot. I think Encik Zul mentioned about 20 billion. So it contributes 20 billion to the GDP. So that's a sizable economy. And on top of that, from statistics, there are more than 4 million people involved in direct selling. So that means there are a lot of people that depends either as a consumer or as an entrepreneur on this direct selling. So in times of our economic downturn now caused by the COVID, what happened? A lot of companies shut down, a lot of people out of work, unemployed. What do? They need to survive, they need to live. Do they depend on the government? Yes, can depend on the government, but there is only a certain limit that the government can do. So this is where the direct selling companies actually play a part. And in fact, we have a lot of people now who wants to earn a living, those who are out of work, who wants to earn a living, then they can join a direct selling company to become their entrepreneur, to sell the products. Because direct selling company, but remember, it has to be a registered direct selling company, and preferably a member of MDDA.
Wow, that is
okay. Why it's easier for them? To be part of the direct selling company is because we know that a direct selling company that is approved will have their products also approved by if it is a health supplement, it is approved by the Ministry of Health, and so on and so forth. So you can be confident. One is that the product is there, the product is approved, the product has testimonies, and then you can also be certain that the company provide training to their members, to their distributors. So that's one part, because if you want to sell certain things, you need to be trained. Because you have to interact with people. So you need to know about the product, you need to know how to interact with people. And the best part actually is that you don't need a lot of capital. That's one thing good about being a member of a direct selling company to sell. You don't need capital. Okay, so in times of need like this, you don't have money, so this is the best option that you have. So I think that direct selling is the right vehicle now for the people who are employed, looking for a living.
Just now, along the sidelines, you were saying something very interesting about how this industry have changed people's lives, especially distributors. You see, we are not just focusing on companies, but I think this talk, ladies and gentlemen, we are also focusing on the distributors, people like you and along of your friends or your family members. How is this industry affecting them, and why they should take a look at this industry. Even though they have been rejecting it for years, take a look at it, and like what the video said just now, what is your plan B? Now, Encik Rosidi, what through the years, you're the boss of a company yourself. How do you see people changing, their life change? Then you were sharing with me just now. Can you share with the audience?
Yeah, okay, thank you, Winston. I'm with Gamat Mas, and Gamat Mas itself has been in this business for 21 years in Malaysia, doing local products as what Encik Zul was asking for local products. So we have been doing that. Okay, and over these 21 years, I've seen a lot of success stories. Of course, there are also sad stories, but most of them, the success story that I've seen are people that are able to plan their own business, and okay, there are one section that are successful. So they earn a lot of money, and they are in a position to become their own businessman, to create a business, their own business. So we have people who started travel business from the bonuses that accumulated from being a member of the company. And we also have people who has gone into real estate, buying land, big piece of land, subdivide them and then sell it. Okay. But the thing that really make me feel satisfied, happy, are those that affect the housewives. You see a lot of housewives. I mean, in Malaysia, there are a lot of housewives who does not have any income. So this direct selling allows them to have an income and allows them to have an independent financial resources. They may not having to depend on the husband. So that's one thing which I feel happy and I feel satisfied. And I mentioned to you earlier, we have a case of because we sell, or rather our members are from the kampung and so on. So we have people from the kampungs who hasn't even gone on a flight, and then they won free trips for good performance, and that was the first time going on the plane to Krabi. So, and we also have some family who has never taken their family to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken. So that means we don't realize that in in the rural areas, there are people who does not have means. And this is one of the industry, or one of the direct selling is one of the way where they can earn, because they don't need to have a degree, they don't need to have education, as long as they know how to talk. And like Datuk Sri used to say, you need to talk. And the more you talk, the better. And people can talk.
Okay, thank you, Encik Rosidi. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the industry is not just about talking. The industry is about doing. I mean, that take it as a joke, ladies and gentlemen, because we are not professional trainers, or speakers or whatever. We are here as volunteers from Mdda to share with you our experience. Now, the thing is that a lot of people give up, about this industry. I'm sure you have friends who are 6 months or 1 year and then they give up, and they felt that this industry is not for them. Now, if you have such a case, you ask your friend, how much has they learned? How much time they spend in educating themselves in the industry? And that is very, very important, because through education is where they sustain their business. MLM business, or direct selling, or network marketing, whatever we call it, is a very, very sustainable business. It's a matter of how the person get prepared himself and how hardworking is he. If he wants to make X amount of money, and he got to make X amount of effort. And I always say, there are rules for success and there are reasons for failure. So ladies and gentlemen, this program is all about that we need to take through and share with you the pros and cons about direct selling, the ups and downs, like what Encik Rosidi said. There are people who share the business, there are ups and downs. Yes, there are always ups and downs. I myself, I'm a very strong supporter and advocate of this industry, because I find that clearly this industry provides the best distribution channel from the manufacturer to the consumer. This is the best way to distribute a product. So if you're an entrepreneur or a businessman looking at this now, I hope that this will give you a little bit of a click and see what you can do through this industry, which is going to be a very, very new profession in the very near future. Now, starting from you again, Datin Sylvia, because we have the last 7 minutes to go, is there anything that you need to mention, pertaining to the people who are involved in this industry, taking the cue from Injero City, how they are benefited from it?
I think people should have a look at the direct selling industry. Please don't visualize that you're going to make lots and lots of money, okay? Start small, okay? And also, I think one of the most important things is be passionate about the product you're going to sell. If you are not passionate, you're not using it, you're just trying to sell it, it doesn't come across to your customers. You must use it, you must feel it, and then you must see the benefit that it's going to give to you and your customers. Secondly is, direct selling is a very old industry. It is a very old method. It is actually a method of marketing. It's not anything new, but with the new digital era, we are moving towards digitalizing our direct selling so that people can even order online and it gets delivered. Direct selling cuts the middleman. It cuts a lot of the expenses, especially even for business owners, right? It cuts from business owner, maybe a few steps or less steps to the consumer. And the thing is, the business owners give the commission to the sellers and the customers, so you get benefit. So it's a win-win situation.
Well said, Datin, well said. Now, Dato Sri, your comments, because as a owner of a direct selling company yourself, what do you see the importance between the management and the distributors, per se? What are the relationship that you see which is very important to carry through, especially this very, very challenging time of the COVID-19?
Right. Say, as a management, my personal experience is that we have to treat our distributor like our family. We cannot treat them as a distributor, right? Because distributor is the one who's going into the market and they are helping us to build the business and promoting our business and our products and all these. Of course, we are paying them a commission, but they are doing part of our things also, right? So we need to always treat them. See, as a distributor, previously I was a distributor before becoming the group CEO of Destina One International, right? We know the pain, we know the challenges that we're going through. Okay, when it comes to direct selling, because as what we were talking just now, there are a lot of money games and all these. So it's not easy to go and approach somebody on a legitimate business, direct selling with the right product, you see. So we will find a lot of difficulties, challenges, rejections and all these, right? So that's why we need to always, tap their shoulder and hug them, right? You have to treat them like your own family. I believe this is what makes many distributors to stay loyal with the company, right? Because I always used to tell my distributor, right, be a life changer, save and change people's life. Because I always believe in changing people's life, right? Because direct selling is basically when I give the opportunity to you, you're changing your life. When you are going to give opportunity to the next person, you are changing their life. So we are keep changing the entire people's life, right?
Yeah,
so treat them like a family, lah. Treat them like a family.
Taking the cue from Injero City, where people change their lives,
Right.
and they, it sometimes put tears in my eyes. As a matter of fact, over my years in this industry, especially when I go to Indonesia and I see how it changed their lives, and when distributors go on board a plane and they start to cry, and I say, why are you crying? They say, oh, this is the first time I sit on board, and this is the first time I've had opportunity to have a passport. Can you imagine? What's wrong with this industry? You see, so therefore I'm always a very strong advocate of this industry per se. Of course, there are the bad practitioners. The bad practitioners, whom please don't listen to them. You see, listen to the good practitioners. Okay, I'm not indulging into that, because in every industry there is always the good and the bad. Okay, so you just have to educate yourself properly so that you can make the right choice, because it's only through education and training, or at least you read some books and whatnot, you will have the choice, the correct choice to make. You see. So anyway, the first 2 persons who wrote in, who supported us, is going to get my book called The Misunderstood Industry, which is giving you a choice as well.
Right.
Now, as time is coming up, we are catching up to the last 3 minutes, and very, very quickly. Dr. Sri, I understand you're spearheading the formation of the Global Federation of Direct Selling Association, the GFDSA, with quite a few countries already shown interest.
Right.
Okay. Can you share with us where are we now at the moment? What is the status? And taking the cue from
Right.
Dati
Global
just now.
Federation of Direct Selling Association, the reason why we are forming that, because we wanted to work together with many associations around the world. Reason why, let's take an example. We have a lot of member companies in Mdda, right? Not only Mdda, let's talk about India and other parts of the world, right? They have a lot of member companies, but they find very, very difficult for them to spread their wing here. They want to expand on the global market and all these because they don't know anything about the legalities, the procedures of the countries, systems and everything. So that's why GFDSA is going to be the main body where most of the association is going to join under one umbrella, and we're going to work together and help member companies, right, to spread their wing and go globally, right? Because I believe that network marketing is not a normal business, honestly speaking. It's a very, very professional business. As me, a simple example, I'm a medical doctor, professor by medical doctor, and I'm also a software engineer, but I chose network marketing as my life. Reason why? Because I know through network marketing, I can able to change many people's life, and I can able to change my life, right?
Fantastic, Dr. Sri. And you know, we are proud to say that Malaysia is spearheading this GFDSA into the sector of direct selling internationally through the ASEAN region, and if not across Asia Pacific, into the Americas as
Mr.
well.
Vincent, one more thing. I like to thank the Malaysian government, and I'm very proud to say that I'm a Malaysian. Reason why? We are the first government in the world who come up with the Direct Selling Act 1993. Please remember that. Not even US. Malaysian government have endorsed direct selling by introducing the License Act in 1993. So we'd like to thank to our government. So at least they have the heart to look into, to endorse the industry. So when I go to US, Americans normally say, oh, you're from Malaysia. Wow, that's a good thing. Because they used to tell me, network marketing born in US but brought up by Malaysians.
Oh. Wow.
That's a beautiful thing, you know. So I feel very proud. Yeah, I feel very proud.
Maybe KPD and HDP can take that cue for the Malaysian market, you know, and give you a star, you know. Now, in closing, for those of you who are here now, we have only about 30 seconds or more. Yeah, in closing, for those of you who are leaders and practitioners of the industry, we have lots in store for you, as a matter of fact, which may interest you, and I would like to take you through some of the topics that we will be talking into in our next series of Straight Talk. Firstly is the advantages and disadvantages of direct selling. Without fear or favor, we are bringing you on the table what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. Choose wisely, you know, if it is an illegal pyramid scheme or what company you should do, like what Datin Silva said, you know, the company that you might need to have the passion. And of course, education and training is part of the series as well. Why education and training is so important, so that you understand and you make the right choice and would not be misled by people, you know, sharing with you their opinion. Some may be your friends or even your family members. And then we are diving down, you know, we were dealing into the code of ethics, ladies and gentlemen. The code of ethics will be the discipline that you need to observe. Not only you, at least you know the discipline of the company you need to observe. What are the responsibilities of the companies? And at least you know where you stand as a platform of where you are right now. And of course, we'll be talking, like I mentioned just now, about the illegal pyramid schemes or so-called money games, etc., etc. What are the consequences? Now, in short, distributors may be charged in court as a distributor or involved in a scam, in an illegal scam, etc., etc. So these are things that we will be bringing to the table for you. Now you can write your comments to us, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who are viewing in, to help us improve this program. You know, to make sure that whatever we said is going to be very, very relevant for you. Now, my sincere thanks to our guests again, and of course to our Dato Sri KSU who have, so obligingly give us the congratulatory opening address. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, thank to all of you who are listening in today to make this Straight Talk series a very, very meaningful program. And to our next series, stay tuned, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.